First up, Julianna, welcome back. Let's talk about this time. I mean, you've had some time off, but you've had time off because of a special reason. You've been raising young Isabella. How has your time been away and being a mother?
My time away has been great. She's going to be a year and a half on the 18th this month, and I'm really excited about the fact that I was able to stay at home and raise her and take her with me to all my practices and just to get that time, because it's already a year and a half and she's already grown up before my eyes, and I look at her and I'm like, quit growing, it's so sad, I want her to stay my little baby forever. So it goes by really quick, honestly. I know a lot of people always say that, but it truly has been flying by, and I'm just blessed for the opportunity that I got to, hang out with her for as long as I did.
Did you always sort of have a time frame in your head? I know you were probably enjoying it as she's getting older, but did you always sort of say, all right, at 12 months or at 18 months, I have to get back in there? Did you always sort of, or did you just play by ear and it just kind of happened?
I definitely played it by ear. I think that taking her with me to all my practices helped me get back to the octagon sooner. She's been growing up on the mats since after I had the baby at like 6 weeks. So I think it's awesome that she's been able to be with me on my journey, and I didn't have a strict timeline of when I wanted to get back and when I wanted to, I got to be there in less than a year. I just definitely played it by ear and let it go as it, come and go as it did.
Well, it's funny, we always ask fighters, when they finally have their kids, some of them say, I don't want my kid to go into fighting, but what about you? Now that your kid's growing up on the mats, are you hoping that that's maybe something that she does do, or are you going to be like, no, don't do what mom did?
Yeah, so we just opened up a jiu-jitsu gym, and jiu-jitsu is definitely a requirement for my kid. She's going to have to learn how to defend herself 100%. But I would definitely say whatever makes her happy. I just want her to be happy. Whatever she decides to pursue, as long as she's happy, that's the most important thing. If she shows a deep passion and dedication and discipline for mixed martial arts and for fighting, as I did when I was 19 years old, first finding the sport, I will support her. But if she kind of just wants to do it as a hobby and thinks it's just kind of something cool thing to do, I will definitely steer her in the other direction, stay in school, maybe be a singer or something that doesn't require so much torque on your body.
Yeah. Well, you've also been staying busy with Combate Americas, doing the commentary thing. How has that whole gig been going for you?
Commentating for Combate Americas has been my lifesaver in a sense. It's my 24 hours, 48 hours to go into MMA and just divulge myself into my passion, which is I could talk to a rock about MMA all day long. So it's such a blessing to be able to work for Campbell McLaren and to commentate. I got the gift of gab, and sometimes I get carried away where I'm just like, okay, let somebody else talk, breathe a little bit, and also it's something that, I've always wanted to put my foot in different avenues as far as outside of the octagon goes. I want MMA to always be engulfed in my life for the rest of my life, and to put on different hats, and MMA, like commentating, has been such a blessing and really truly fun.
Is that something that you're hoping that continues on maybe after your fighting? I know you still have plenty of fighting, but is that maybe the top wish list after this?
Absolutely. I think that the UFC needs a female commentator, and I've definitely got my practice in with Combate Americas. I think that one thing I didn't take into consideration is how hard commentating can be sometimes. You don't want to step on the other person. You want to let it breathe at certain times, and so finding that right niche in the commentating world has been a bit difficult, but it's a challenge that I embrace 110%. And yeah, I'm looking forward to continuing that avenue long after I'm done fighting.
And I'm sure in that role you've been forced to kind of break down a lot of the fighters that you see. So has this sort of helped you to kind of break down and analyze future opponents for yourself even more?
I definitely think that it's helped me in fighting. For example, when I was an amateur and when I was a pro, actually not as an amateur, but as a pro, I started reffing local fights in my hometown of Spokane, Washington, and I think that experience helped me also inside the octagon. Now calling fights, I find myself doing the same thing. I break down these fighters and I see things a lot more clearly from an outside perspective. Even as the organization works as a whole, I'm like, I get it. I know what they're doing. And I definitely think that it's helping me be a lot more relaxed. In my last fight, I was so tense. I was so, worked up about the fight. In this case, after watching so many of Combate's fights, I see how much fun that they have and how much they just kind of enjoy the process and how they don't take it super serious, and they just kind of, as it comes, they just deal with it. And so that's something that I think has helped me this week and in this 3 weeks of preparation, is just not to worry about it so much. Just go in there, have fun, and just kind of go be like those fighters where they literally have no care in the world. They just go in there, they do what they love, they fight, they put it all out on the line, and then it's over.
And you kind of answered it. I mean, this is a very short-term pickup of this fight. So, I mean, was there any hesitation at all when they came to you with this fight? Did you think, well, maybe I want a little bit of a longer camp, or you just rolled with it and agreed to do it?
No, absolutely not. No hesitation at all. I called them. I told them, hey, I'm ready. They say, hey, we don't have anything for you right now. I said, if something drops out, if you guys need a fighter, I'm your girl. Call me up. I'll take the fight. And so for my fortune, somebody dropped out. They called me up, and I jumped on the opportunity.
Well, put the analyst hat on. Break down Nico for me. Where is she dangerous, and what sort of things are you expecting in this fight?
Nico is a former world champion at 125 pounds, so I know that she definitely has everything that it takes to be a complete mixed martial artist and to be a champion, and so it's going to be an amazing fight. I watched her season of The Ultimate Fighter, and I felt almost like I was watching her as a dark horse, like I was watching myself on The Ultimate Fighter. No one knew a lot about her. Everyone counted her out, and she ended up being the most dangerous girl in the house. So I'm definitely taking her extremely seriously. And as far as the fight goes, it's just going to be, I think, a war on the feet, in the clinch, on the ground. Wherever it goes, it's going to be a scramble. It's going to be a high-paced fight, and it's going to be extremely exciting, I believe.
Keys to the victory. What needs to happen for you to make sure you get your arm raised on Saturday?
I just got to be relaxed. I just got to be myself, be relaxed, and just do what I know I can do. And that's always believing in myself and knowing that I'm the queen bee and that I can do anything that I want as long as I stay relaxed, calm, cool, and composed.
I know you're keeping yourself busy. You know, you got the young one, you got the Commentating going on, but 2019, 2020, what are the plans? How often are you looking to fight maybe the rest of this year, and what are the plans for 2020?
Hey, I'm back. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to fight. I'm taking this fight on 3 weeks, and that literally is not something that I'm, holding on to like, oh, I only took it in 3 weeks. I'm back. I'm back in the game, and I'm fighting a former world champion. So I feel like a victory over a former world champion definitely puts me in a spot with an impressive victory to compete or to contend with the champion. So that's kind of what my eyes are set on, and I just want to pick up where I left off in my last fight.